Most people think you need to buy a house if you want to start making money on Airbnb. But the truth is, you don't need to own a single property. In fact, we've built a company that generates 6 figures every single month, and we don't even own any of the units ourselves. In this video, we're going to show you exactly how you can do the same thing. We're breaking down the 2 models that allowed us to go from nothing to running over 75 properties in just 18 months. The first model is called guaranteed rent, and the second is called Airbnb management. We'll explain exactly how each one works, run through the numbers so you can see the profit potential for yourself, and we'll even show you how we scaled our very first deal all the way up to a full-time business. Stick with us until the end because we're going to tell you how you can start applying this in the next 30 days.
Let's start with guaranteed rent, because this is a model we use to get our first properties. Guaranteed rent is where your business rents a property directly from a landlord on a long-term lease, usually 3 to 5 years. The landlord gets the peace of mind that their rent is paid every single month no matter what happens. In exchange for this, we then furnish and stage the property to a really high standard and list it on short-term platforms such as Airbnb or Booking.com. From the landlord's perspective, it feels just like they're having a reliable tenant in place. They don't have to worry about void periods, missed payments or problem tenants because the rent is guaranteed every single month. And from our side, we take on the responsibility. We cover the rent, we cover the bills and the running the property day to day. But we also take all of the income that comes in from short-term bookings, and that's where the real profit is made. Let's run the numbers on a real example. Imagine you secure a 3-bedroom house in Manchester. You agree to pay the landlord £1,500 per month in rent. You put down £1,500 towards a deposit, and you spend about £5,000 to fully furnish the place and fully stage it so it looks amazing online. Your total upfront cost is around £8,000. Now let's say you charge £165 per night on Airbnb at 75% occupancy. That property will generate around £3,700 per month. After Airbnb fees, you're left with just over £3,150 in revenue. From that, you subtract the cost, the £1,500 rent, roughly £400 for bills, and about £400 for cleaning. That's £2,300 in outgoings. What's left is £850 in profit every single month from a property you don't even own. Now imagine you do that 3 or 4 times. Suddenly you're making £3,000 to £4,000 per month consistently, and you've completely replaced the income from a 9 to 5 job. That's the power of guaranteed rent.
Once we had a solid foundation with the guaranteed rent, we moved into the second model, which is called Airbnb management. Now, this model is even easier to scale because you don't pay rent and you don't need big upfront costs. Instead, you manage a property on behalf of a landlord and take a percentage of the revenue. Typically, that management fee is between 15 and 30% of whatever that specific property earns. Now, here's how it works. The landlord pays their mortgage, bills, and any fixed costs, but you take care of everything else. You create and optimize the listing, you handle the guest comms, you manage check-ins and check-outs, and you arrange professional cleaning. You also deal with maintenance and make sure everything is fully compliant on behalf of the landlord. For the landlord, it's a completely hands-off service. They get a higher return than if they were renting it out long-term, but they don't have to lift a finger. For you, it's a stream of monthly income without taking on the risk of paying rent yourself. On average, each management property will bring in about £300 to £500 per month for you, sometimes even up to £1,000 if it's a large high-performing unit. And because you're not putting money into deposits and into furniture, you can take on multiple properties quickly without needing huge amounts of capital behind you. This is why Airbnb management is such a powerful model for scaling. Once you've got your systems in place, cleaners, guest comms, dynamic pricing, you can run dozens of properties at once and the income really starts to add up for you.
So which one should you start with? In our opinion, guaranteed rent is the best way to begin. It forces you to learn the trade properly. It teaches you how to run the back end, and it gives you real results that you can show landlords when you're pitching management deals to. That's exactly what we did. We built up 10 guaranteed rent properties, which gave us the systems, gave us the confidence and the track record to start offering Airbnb management as a service. From there, the growth was fast. Within just 18 months, we scaled to over 10 rent-to-rent units and more than 60 management properties. You can imagine the figures that start to produce when each unit is generating profit every single month.
So, to wrap up, here's a roadmap. Start with guaranteed rent. Secure a property, furnish it, list it, and get the cash flow coming in. And once you've proven it works, add Airbnb management into the mix. That way, you've got a hybrid portfolio, A base of high cash flow and rent to rent, plus a growing stream of management fees that can scale without you needing loads of capital. That's exactly how we built our business. And if you follow the same steps, you can start making thousands of pounds per month without owning a single unit. If you want to learn more, we've put together a rent-to-rent and Airbnb management course that goes into all of this in detail. We're also sharing tons of free advice right here on the YouTube channel and on our Instagram. So make sure you subscribe, follow us, and if you want a more direct support, send us a DM with the word invest and we'll get back to you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.